guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I'd like to say a very big thank you to my amazing subscribers. Thank you for the love and thank you for the support so far. You guys are absolutely incredible. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Ayotola, the creative director of So Unique by Adunni and the content creator of this YouTube channel. And this channel was created just for you. It's a channel that's dedicated to teaching you different crafts that you can do from the comfort of your home. And we focus majorly on sewing crafts. So if there's something that you would like to see, let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure to see if I could try my hands on it, or just let you know whatever it is that I can do about it. Also, I'd like to invite you to be a part of this DIY fam, and all you need to do is hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss out on the awesome content that I have for you. You also want to follow me on social media with the handles being shown right here on the screen. Today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to draft your basic bodice, and the basic bodice is one of the foundational pieces that you need when you're starting a pattern making or pattern drafting journey, okay? And as a pattern maker, I feel like it's essential for you guys to know how to draft your basic bodice. So I have one video where I show you how to draft your basic sketch block. I don't know what's wrong, I can't talk properly, guys, but yeah, where I teach you how to draft your basic sketch block, and I'm going to put a link in the description bar as well as in the iCards here or here. I never get where the iCards is, but I know it's somewhere here or here, so I'll put a link and you guys want to check that out if you're interested in how to draft your basic skirt block. And today's video, like I said, is going to be showing you how to draft your basic bodice. If that's something that you're interested in seeing, definitely keep watching. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and don't forget to follow me on social media. Before I forget, guys, if you don't know how to take proper body measurements, you want to watch that video first before watching this, or watch that video after watching this, because you're going to need it to draft your basic bodice. So I'm going to put the video in the iCard here and here, or in the description bar as well, so you can check it out when you're done or just before you watch how to draft the basic bodice. So it promises to be another detailed tutorial. That's one thing you can count on me for, and I hope that at the end of this video you're able to draft your own basic bodice and be on your way to making different glamorous styles like the halter neck, asymmetrical necklines, different things, guys. The possibilities are endless. Like I said, thank you so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. To draft a basic bodice, you need the following items. You need a short steel rule and a long steel rule. You need a tracing wheel, and this is what my tracing wheel looks like. You need a pencil and eraser. However, for the purpose of this video, I'll be making use of a marker. You need a pattern master, and like I said, this is one of my favorite tools because it functions as an armhole curve, a set square, and a ruler. And of course, you need pattern paper. Start off by positioning your paper in landscape mode. Then go ahead and draw a side line that is only about 2.5 centimeters wide, as well as a top line that is about 2.5 centimeters wide. These lines will act and function as guidelines only. Label the point where the guidelines meet as 0. Starting at 0, measure out the back body length vertically and then mark the point where it stops as 1. Square out 1 horizontally. While squaring out, you want to make sure that your set square or your pattern master is perpendicular to the vertical line. Because the pattern master I used wasn't long enough, I went ahead to extend the squared out line using my steel rule. Starting at 0, mark half the bust measurements plus 6 centimeters horizontally. The point where that stops will be labeled as 2 and then squared down as shown. For example, if the bust measurement you have is 94 centimeters, go ahead and add 6 centimeters to it, making it a total of 100 centimeters. So you want to go ahead and mark 0 to 2 as 50 centimeters and square down. Where point 1 and 2 meet will be labeled as 3. So basically what we've just done is that we've divided the body longitudinally and we're only working with one side of the body. So you're working with one side, front and back. Starting at 0, find the midpoint of 0 to 2 and 1 to 3 respectively, and then label this point as 4 and 5 respectively and connect 4 and 5 with a vertical line as shown. The vertical line 4 to 5 will be our side seam line, while the left hand side of the block will be the center back and the right hand side of the block will be the center front. Starting at 0, measure a quarter of the bust measurement plus 6 centimeters vertically and label the point as 6. You also want to repeat the same thing starting at 2 and then label the point you get as 7. Square out points 6 and 7 horizontally as shown, making sure they touch the side seam line. For example, if my bust measurement again is 94 centimeters, then I would have my 0 to 6 as a quarter of 94 plus 6, which would be 25 centimeters. Starting at point 2, mark out the shoulder to bust point measurements vertically and then square out towards the side seam line as shown. On the squared out horizontal line from point 8, mark out half the bust span measurement, and that's the measurement from one bust point to the next bust point. Starting at point 2, go ahead and mark out the front body length vertically and then label the mark at point 9. However, please don't square out. I accidentally wrote that there. You're not supposed to square out. Next, go ahead and connect point 9 to point 1 with a slant line as shown. Starting at point 9 on the slant line, go ahead and mark out half the bust span measurement and then connect this to the point on point 8. Find the midpoint between 1 and 5 and take away half a centimeter. Label that as point 10. Starting at 6, mark out the same value as 1 to 10 and then label this point as 11. Go ahead and connect point 10 to 11 with a vertical line as shown. To draw in the front neck width, go ahead and start from 2 and mark out 1/5 of the neck circumference minus 1 centimeter. The mark will be labeled as 12. And for the neck depth, starting at 2, go ahead and mark out 1/5 of the neck circumference vertically. This point will be labeled as 13. Using a pattern master, go ahead and draw in the neck curve as shown. If you would like to purchase this pattern master, I've put a link in the description bar, so please check it out. However, I do have to say that it's an affiliate link, meaning that I get a commission when you make a purchase without any extra cost to you. Starting at 0, go ahead and mark out 1/5 of the neck circumference minus 0.5 centimeters. This will be measured horizontally and the new point will be labeled as 14. Starting at 0, go ahead and mark out the difference between the back body length and the nape to waist measurement, and this is usually 2 centimeters for most people, so go ahead and mark out 0 to 15 as 2 centimeters vertically. Using the inner curve of the pattern master, go ahead and draw in the neck curve to connect point 14 to point 15 as shown. Starting at point 2, mark out half the front cross shoulder measurement horizontally. This point will be labeled as 16. Square down point 16 by 4 centimeters, making sure your line is perpendicular. Then connect the square down point 16 to point 12 using a slant dotted line as shown. Starting at point 12, mark out half the shoulder length measurement as shown. This point will be labeled as 17. Then starting at point 17 on the slant line, go ahead and mark out half the shoulder length measurement minus 1 centimeters and then label this mark as point 18. Connect point 17 and 18 to the bust point mark on the line 8. Shaping the shoulder dart, and you want to do this by folding over the line on 17 to the line on 18 as shown. After carefully folding over the lines, you could hold it together with a paper tape or a masking tape. Then the next thing, you want to go ahead and draw the shoulder length from point 12. You want to make sure that you follow the slant and draw whatever the shoulder length measurements that you have is. With a tracing wheel, go over the shoulder line at the dart area as shown. After going over with the tracing wheel, you should have some perforations like this on your pattern paper. Using a pencil and a ruler, go ahead and draw in the shape that the tracing wheel left. Label the point where the shoulder length stops as 19. Starting at 0, go ahead and mark out half the back cross shoulder measurement horizontally. This mark will be labeled as 20. Then go ahead and square down point 20 by 3.5 centimeters. This will now be point 21. Connect points 14 to point 21 with a slant dotted line. Starting at point 14, mark out half the shoulder length measurement and then label this point as 22. You want to mark this out on the slant line as shown. And then you want to go ahead and mark out point 22 to 23, which is 1.5 centimeters for every one. Label the midpoint between 22 and 23 as 24 and then square down point 24 by 8 centimeters, making sure that your line is perpendicular to the slant line as shown. Label the 8 cm square down part as 25 and then go ahead and connect 25 to 22 and 23 so that you have a small dart as shown. You want to go ahead and sharpen the dart by folding over the line on 22 to the line on 23 as shown. While the dart is closed, measure out the shoulder length measurement starting at point 14 along the slant line, and the new point you derive will be labeled as point 26. With the tracing wheel, trace out the shoulder slant and draw in the dart shape as shown. Starting at point 2, mark out half the measurement 2 to 7 plus 1 centimeter. This will be measured out vertically. The new point you mark out will be labeled as point 27. And starting at point 0, mark out half the measurement 0 to 6 plus 1 centimeter. The new point you measure out will be point 28. Square out point 28 towards the side seam line, and then starting from point 28, go ahead and mark out half the back cross armhole measurements plus 0.5 centimeters. This new mark will be called point 29. Square out point 27 while the front dart is closed, and like I said, you can use a paper tape like I'm doing right now. And then from point 27, go ahead and mark out half the front cross armhole measurement plus 0.5 centimeters. The new mark will be labeled as point 30. Starting at the midpoint of the armhole depth line, mark 2.5 centimeters to the left and to the right respectively, and then label this point as points 31 and 32 respectively. Draw in the armhole curve by connecting the points 19, 30 and 31, then points 26, 29 and 32 using a pattern master as shown. Next, calculate the waist suppression using the formula being shown on the screen right now. You also want to calculate the front dart, side seam and the back dart suppression using the formula being shown and the examples as well. After calculating the waist suppression, I now have the values for my back darts, and from the back dart I'm going to start at point 10 and mark half the back dart measurement to the left and label that as 33, as well as half the back dart measurement to the right and label that as 34. I'm going to connect points 33 and 34 to point 11 as shown. Starting at 5, mark half the side seam suppression to the left and label as 35 and half the side seam suppression to the right and label as 36. Connect these points to the point where the armhole meets the side seam as shown. Starting at the base of the bust span vertical line, go ahead and mark half the front dart measurement to the left and label that as 37, as well as half the front dart measurement to the right and label that as 38. Connect these points back to the bust span point on line 8 as shown. We are now done drafting the basic bodice, and this is what it looks like. The next thing to do is to go ahead and cut it along the lines as shown. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it was worth your while. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to leave your comments, suggestions and feedback in the comment section, and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you like any of the tools that I use, don't forget to check out the links in the description bar just in case you want to get one or two of the items that I have up there. However, I do have to remind you that they are affiliate links, meaning that I get a commission with no extra cost to you, sort of a way to help me and support me. Thank you very much guys. I appreciate all the love and the support, and I'll see you in my next video on Sunday. Bye.